You may have noticed since the spring that we've been taking our adventures in a van. Yes, we bought a van. We found that after our spring trip that occurred in April and we ran into some bad weather, that traveling in our pickup, even though it worked and it was great to be able to go places that we couldn't take our RV, when the weather turned cold, because we have a short cab and because we also had just a topper on the back, that we really didn't have a comfortable space to be when it got cold. We tried sitting in the cab. It was and we were there for a couple hours. It was uncomfortable. The very back of the pickup wasn't big enough to put our Mr. Buddy back there to stay warm. So it just wasn't a very convenient vehicle for us to use on our trips. So we wanted something that we could take and go just about anywhere that we wanted to go. And we decided that a van would be the best vehicle for us. I've always wanted a van. They are expensive and we just didn't feel it was in our price range. However, after that experience with the storm, we started to look around. And yes, there were quite a few of them that were more than what we wanted to spend. A lot of them had black tanks and gray tanks so that you could have a bathroom, and they had, showers and toilets, sinks. There were also those that had propane so that you could cook with the propane. But we just decided that we really didn't want all of those things. We wanted to be as simple and as practical as we possibly could. And as we were looking, one of the ones that we found turned out to be a great surprise because it was only about a little over an hour from where we live. So we were able to go view it once we got home, and we went and viewed it right after we got back from our spring trip in April. It had been, it's a used one, and it had been used as a rental, but it had just about everything that we wanted. The only thing that it didn't have we found out was a shower. What I meant to say was we found out that it was really something that we wanted to have. So the builder of the van did put a shower in the back for us. So we have a pop-up that we use to stand in to use the shower hose, so we can do that. And yeah, it's just been a treat to have this. And I will take you on a little tour of it right now. So here is our Ram Pro Master. It's a 2500. And like I said, it has everything that we really want in a van. One of the things that we did was we did install screens, bug screens, and these are from the Wonderful. They're great screens. They are made very well. We really like the quality of it. We also got bug screens that go over the windows, so we can have the windows down so we can get some more ventilation. That we bought from them as well, so it works very well. We really like it. My husband also built a bench to go in here. It had a seat that was a two-seater, so that as a rental, they could take more than two people in the van at once. But we didn't need it, so we took it out so we could have some more storage. And so the bench works out just perfect. Right now we have a cushion that we use on another bench at our home, an outdoor bench. But this winter we'll be working on the benches that will go on there, because the bench opens two different compartments. We have this compartment right here. It's got our tools in it, and it also has some toiletries in there. And then this side is a little bit bigger. We've got some other stuff in here. We've got our camp chairs. We're going to put some shoes in there, fans. Some of the heavier things that will fit in there, we put in there. There's plenty of storage in the van as well. I put a lot of our dry ingredients up here, and it's really nice because it does have a light so that you can see what's in there. It also has 3 doors on the side, and they are controlled by magnets. So there's a lot of storage there in all 3 of them. There is storage over here as well, on this particular side, and then on this side as well, which is really nice to have that. This particular storage right here is the garbage can, and so far we really haven't used much of that because we don't generate that much garbage. So we use, let's take it over here, we just have a little garbage can right there, and it's pretty convenient because when we stop at a gas station or something, we just, throw it in the trash. It has the induction stove, which we really like. We also have a 1-burner propane stove that we use outside, usually to cook the meat. I don't like to have the smell of meat in here, so I just cook the things that, like if we're going to have pasta or potatoes or something like that, I'll cook it here. It has a wonderful sink. This is all the butcher block that's on here. The sink is very deep. There's also plenty of storage that is above the bed. In there. That's usually where we put our clothes right now. That's what we've decided just works the best. Has lights that are over the bed so that you can read, which is really nice. The bed itself is a Murphy bed, and it does fold up. Folds up. It's got like 3 sections, and it folds up. However, I don't think that we're ever going to do that. But the builder did that. The butcher block goes all the way underneath the bed. So if you wanted to, I guess, do a big meal or something, you could fold up the bed and you could, have a nice little workspace. But I don't know that we're going to do that. We also have a microwave that is also a convection oven. The refrigerator. Boy, it has a lot of storage in it. I like that it's not one of the little tiny ones. It does have a freezer that works quite well. Not big freezer space, but we haven't found that we really need that. We have our garage underneath, and yes, that is a little porta potty. I've only had to use it once when we weren't in an area where we could get to a bathroom, but usually we're in a place where we can either get to a bathroom that's just down the road, or we're at a camp space that does have a pit toilet or something like that. So the need hasn't really been there. To be quite honest, I don't really even want to use this because I don't go on vacation to clean toilets. I'm sorry, I just don't. So I don't really want that convenience, even though when you need it, it's nice to have it. So we just have that little one right there. And like I said, I've only had to use it once. Our whole van runs on solar and battery, and it's just so nice to have that. Everything that you see, from the hot water heater to the heat in the van, the refrigerator, the microwave oven, the cook counter, 2-burner cook counters, induction stove, everything works on solar and power, and batteries. So as long as we have sun and as long as we can drive someplace and generate the power, it all works. And so far it has worked beautifully for us. The heat that we have, actually, it's in the floor. We've got heating coils in the floor. So we can turn on the heat and we can drive and we can have heat in the van. We can turn that on and run it when it gets really cold, which we might need to do on this next trip that we're going to do. We'll be able to test that out, but it also will heat up the water, and the water gets very hot, so we have to be very careful with that. The seats are very nice. They do swivel, and so they turn all the way around, which makes the seating comfortable if you want to kind of relax or whatever. The van itself is very easy to drive. I like driving it. So, super easy to drive. The van has an awning with lights, and we like that. And then here's the back of the van. Quite a bit of storage underneath. I think we're gonna put a cargo net across it just to make it a little bit more safer so stuff doesn't fly towards us, but very, very convenient, very nice. And here's our shower. We just hook up the hose right here. And as I said, we have a pop-up. We pop it up and we are just able to take our shower. Of course, it's outside. Oh, the solar on our van, I forgot to tell you that, is 150 watts. It's mounted up on top. That is our window. It has a shade to pull across it. It also has a bug screen, so we can open it all the way and get a nice fresh air coming down on us. You can also use it to crawl out of and go up, and my husband's done that to clean off the solar panels if, you know, stuff gets on it or whatever. But like I said, it runs everything. And so we just, okay, sorry, it's a little dirty back here because we did go down some dirt roads. But it's just a dream. We absolutely love it. And like I said, it was a little over our price range, but it was doable once we sold Winnie. Most of it covered the price of this. And it's great. It's great. Anyone that just wants to have the freedom to go different places and not have to worry about, you know, will my RV fit in the space or can I find parking? This just works great. So that's the tour of our van. I will post a link to the tour of what we did travel in our pickup, just so some of you can see what we upgraded to. Throughout the years, we've owned just about everything. We started in a tent with our kids. Then we upgraded to a tent trailer. Then we sold that. We got our pod, and my husband and I slept in there, and the kids they each wanted their own tent, so they had that. And that worked out great. And then we got a pickup with a camper on top of it, and we used that for a while, which was great too. It was just, we felt it was a little too small, and we didn't like it as much as we thought we would. Then we got the RV. We love that. Lots of room. It was great for when the bad weather came, but the problem was had to get up really early to make it to some of the more popular places in the parking lots to find a place to park. And some places we just didn't want to take it. And now we've got the van, and I think this is going to be it. This will be the last recreation vehicle that we own because it'll go just about everywhere that we want to take it. So, upcoming adventure coming. I will be posting those soon as well. I still have some more videos that are coming out for the trip that we just took up in Canada. So, yeah, just come and join us, and we'll take you along. Bye, Winnie. Next adventure with a new family.
Oh, I'm just...
Here she goes.